Hello YouTubers, this is Cessnaace back again with another video. Sorry it's been so long since I last did a video, but life happens. I'm going to try and do them more frequently though from here on, so hopefully I will redeem myself. Now, in my previous video, I promised that I would show some ads in a video cassette format that I had never collected for before and had not been released in the US, or Japan either for that matter. I hadn't even heard of this format until fairly recently, but the more I looked into the format, the cooler it seems, so I really wanted to start collecting tapes in this format, and I'm glad I did. This format was released in the UK, well, most of Europe, and the Scandinavian countries, and two of the three following: Argentina, Brazil, and Portugal. I don't remember exactly which of the two, but I'm fairly certain it was two of those three. Now, you have to take everything you read at Wikipedia with a grain of salt. But according to Wikipedia, this format used both NTSC and PAL encoding. But it wasn't released in any NTSC territories, so I don't know why that is listed there. So far, I have only found PAL pre-records, and I anticipate that that's going to be the case. If I ever come across an NTSC pre-record, or you come across an NTSC pre-record in this format, with this format, I want to know about it. Okay, what is this format anyway? Well, it was co-developed by Philips and Grundig. Both companies had had previous video formats, and they had come out with a successor, or designed a successor, and they decided to pool together to release one common format. Now, Philips had developed the audio compact cassette, so it follows that when this format came out, in some circumstances and in some places they referred to it as VCC, or Video Compact Cassette. However, in most places and under most circumstances it was referred to either as Video 2000, V2000, or System 2000. Now, there are a lot of unique things about this format that are totally unique to this format. No other format had these features, and they're pretty darn advanced features for when this format came out. Now, some sources say 1980, some say 79. Some sources say that it died in 85 or 86, but the most reliable sources, those of you out there who I know and are familiar with the format, who live in the territories where this format was released, say it had a last gasp burst. So it lasted until 89, I believe it was. So that's a pretty long run for a short-lived format. Now, most of the machines, Video 2000 machines, don't have, you find, aren't going to have a tracking knob adjustment on them, because they would be superfluous, not needed, because you know the rotating helical scan drum on the inside where the video heads are housed, constantly looking at the signal that's recorded on the tape and making minute tracking adjustments are recalibrating itself. So theoretically, if you recorded a tape on a machine that was a little out of calibration and played it on a machine that was calibrated properly, or even out of calibration the other direction, you would still be able to play the tape because it would be making minute adjustments very frequently, faster than that. Okay, another neat feature: indexing. you could create your own chapter marks or index numbers when you recorded a tape with a numerical keypad. Cool. This format came out with auto rewind before Betamax and before VHS did. This format was designed so that they could later use different formulations of tape. They were planning on coming out with, well, it would be like Super Video 2000 or Video 2000 HD, whatever. Somewhere between the quality of Super Betamax and Beta HD, using, instead of chrome tape, metal tape in the machines, be able to tell which tape formulation it is, and go accordingly, which is pretty cool. Another thing, you could record on both sides of the tape. Well, technically not both sides of the tape. The tape is 1/2 inch in width, the same width as Betamax and VHS. But in each direction, it only uses 1/4 inch of that tape. So you record on one side, pull the tape out, flip it over, put it back in, record again. Now, they were working on coming out with a machine that would auto-reverse, so that when you got to the end of the tape in record mode, it would, or playing back a tape, it would automatically go into reverse and start playing, going in the opposite direction. But they killed the format before they actually got that to the point where they felt comfortable releasing it as a feature. However, well, instead of just talking about it, why don't I just show you? This is a German release, but it's not a German film. In fact, most of the releases I've bought from Germany are not German films. Italian, French, Spanish, American, you pretty much name it. This is an action film. It's either from Hong Kong originally or Philippines, maybe. I don't remember precisely. I looked them all up on IMDb for my card indexing system, so if I really wanted to, I could look them up and see what their English title is, but why bother? But I love these cases. They come in various sizes, and the one thing you can say about them is they are sturdy. This was released by a company called Video Median Pool. Focus. This is release 6249, format Video 2000. Now, I don't imagine that I'm ever going to run across any 2-tape sets, because depending on the length of the tape, you could get up to 4 hours per side or per direction, for a total of 8 hours. How many movies last longer than 8 hours? And near the end of the format's life, they came out with half-speed mode, so you can get up to 8 hours per side for 16 hours. But so far, all the pre-recordeds I've come across aren't recorded at half-speed, and why would you need to? If you can get up to 4 hours per side. Well, this tape is obviously not long enough to be 4 hours in each direction. It doesn't need to be, because the movie is only 84 minutes long. But you'll notice there is no face label I did that backwards. This is a former rental tape. As most of the ones that I've found so far are. Has the original spine label. You probably noticed the red tabs on each side and the 3 holes on each side. The red tabs are for changing it from being able to record on it or not record on it. Just a very elegant solution. You just move it. Although this one you can't move because it's pre-record. But that's what you do. You move those. And the holes, well, one they have covered up because they never used it. I don't know what, I can't remember what they were planning on using it for. One is used to tell the machine what formulation tape it is. And I don't recall what the other one is. There's a guy who subscribes to my channel, very informative guy. If you ever see his posts, read them, comments to my videos, because he's very knowledgeable. He's in the UK. His channel name is really long, so I'm probably not going to remember it correctly, but it's like Super Beta Hi-Fi HD or something like that. Super Betamax Hi-Fi HD or Super Betamax HD Hi-Fi. If you see something like that down there, check him out because he's really knowledgeable and he gives me a lot of information about not only this format but another format which I'll get into later. Okay, this is a film. I'm thinking it was originally an American movie. As I believe I said, I looked them all up. This, well, it's a German release, printed in Holland, released in '84, because that's the copyright date on the packaging. Anyway, from Thorn EMI. Thorn EMI Video used these same stock cases in the US for Betamax and VHS, and I wish everybody did. Now, for some reason there is a sticker where the catalog number would go, or something went, but in any event, catalog number there you can see is 3902178-3C. Thorn EMI Video. Focus. I hit the camera. VCC. A Mel Brooks film, waiting for me to come crashing through the lens. Or he would have a camera crashing through a window or whatever. But this is a French film. You could tell this is part of a series. In fact, I looked it up and it is the first film in a French series. That's what the TL1 stands for, I think. Part 1 or Chapter 1. But anyway, the film is called Angelique. Taurus Video. Now, apparently, Taurus Video was connected in some way with Kick Video, CIC. This movie is an hour, no, silly me, 114 minutes, so 6 minutes shy of 2 hours. But they used a VCC 360, so it will get up to, this tape could have held up to 3 hours per side. I know, because it says so. Strange that it has a blank face label up there. Okay, this is not a German film, but it has a German title. It was released by UFA Video. Of course, UFA has been a movie studio in Germany since the silent era, a long time. This is from UFA Video. Release 3158. It says their System 2000. I pulled this box out of the package at random to show my eldest daughter the format, and I probably should have looked closer at the artwork in the back, or the photos in the back, the screenshots. What is going on in this film? But one interesting thing is, this format is introducing me to films I might not have ever heard of before or otherwise, and so this gives me a chance to try and find them on DVD. It again. Now, I have yet to receive a Video 2000 in a case that was in the least bit crushed. You want to know why? Sturdy. That's why. Okay. This one is also from UFA Video Kino. Release 3008 for Video 2000. Okay, this is from Movie Video. What an imaginative name for a company. Movie Video. Now, in this country, near the end of Betamax's viability, some companies like Fox began putting stickers over where it said VHS, and they would put the sticker would say Beta, but it was a VHS case. Sometimes you could see through them, and sometimes they came off. I'm sure you can see underneath where it says VC2000, it says VHS underneath. It's release M071. This was recorded on a VCC 240, or maximum capacity of 2 hours per side. Chromium dioxide video compact cassette, BASF. This one actually has a face label. It's a little beat up, but it has one. Okay. Oh. This is side 1. Side 2, which does not have a face label. Okay. This is the very first Video 2000 tape I received. It's a German release. From UFA Video. Okay, I'm not going to keep doing that. I'm just making a point. Stop that. This is from Mike Hunter Video. This is also a German release. This is, here they've got, on this case, VHS, Betamax, and Video 2000, and they've highlighted Video 2000. That's one way to do it, I suppose. MH133. 113. This is from VPS Video, and I might have to try and find a copy of this in a format I could watch. VPS Video, V2000. They even went extra and said PAL underneath. Really 7211. Crash. I remember. This is a UK release, and the seller on eBay made a point of pointing out that this was pre-certification. So this was before they were issuing certificates to videos in the UK, you know, for which age group and whatever. Watership Down. I saw this in theater and it depressed the you know what out of me. This is from Thorny in my video. Release TPA 9006823. Okay, you know what? I'm going to make this one the last one because, well, I'll do this one and then I'll save. I don't know if I should show that or not. I'll make that one in the last video, this one the next last video. I got this one from a seller in the Netherlands, and they helpfully made a DVD-R copy of it for me. So I've already watched it. It's PAL standard, but I can play PAL standard DVDs. This is part of the, I believe it's, well, the series is sometimes referred to as Mr. Dynamite and sometimes as Commissar Dynamite or something like that. Anyway, this is Spy Today, Die Tomorrow, but it has a humorous alternate title called Die Slowly, You'll Enjoy It More. And various characters say that 4 different times in this film. Die slowly, you'll enjoy it more. This is a weird comedy and espionage film all rolled in one. First thing I noticed was that a host came on and introduced the film in Dutch. Makes sense, the Netherlands. But what I was kind of surprised by, and people who are familiar with this format say this is not common. This was released by Delta Video, and every 15 minutes a super comes up that says copyright Delta Video. I don't know why it's there. Mine is not the reason why. See, oh yeah, keep the DVD close to the front. I mean, the DVD with the cassette. So if I want to watch it again, I can find it easily. Spy Today, Die Tomorrow, or Die Slowly, You'll Enjoy It More. Also, there's a guy in here that has a fetish for electric trains, and he has them everywhere in his house. He has them in his office. He has one in a jet plane. His limousine has one. It goes all the way around the inside of the car, which looked rather odd. And the first 15 minutes or so, I counted not 1, not 2, but 3 Citroen DS's, or DS, depending on where you live, and 1 Citroen 2CV. Okay, I'm going to stop with this one, and I'll show these when the others I have just ordered earlier today arrive. I'm still not sure I can show this, but this is an American movie released by Hunter Video. What? Look at that. Again, VHS, Bayback's Video 2000, but they have highlighted VHS. The case, well, it might be a VHS case. It's a little different on the inside than all the others. I hadn't noticed that before. Somebody was being a little deceptive. But it fits in there nicely. Maybe it was meant to be used for Video 2000 because it's got well, things that stick out to keep it from moving too much. I mean, it moves a little bit. Okay. Has George Kennedy in it. I can show you the back. I know that. I know I can do that. But can I show you the front? Should I? Would I? How close will I get to the camera? That is the question. Okay, that is close enough. I don't want to get in trouble. Okay, I have more coming. Also, I have taken in, bought 50 Betamax tapes. Some of them still factory sealed. I just ordered 30 more, some of them factory sealed. I have had come in Laserdiscs and VHDs from Japan. I've been adding a lot of American Laserdiscs, and I have been buying VHS again. So in addition to the refurbished ones, or the ones that I have refurbished, or however I put it in that video, I've still got a lot of those to show, but I've been buying more videos in the VHS format that I will get to eventually. And I have nearly 40 DVD and Blu-ray ads that I'm going to need to show. And we recently went to Disney World, and I added some more collector pins. Now, some of the collector pins I had, those of you who will remember, I showed a Disney collector pin collector's guide, price guide thing that I got at Disney. It's volume 1, but it pictured 17,000 different pins that they had issued up to that point, but only the ones that they had released for the domestic parks. They released pins for their parks in other countries, but as of that edition, they stopped listing the foreign editions in there. I guess because it was taking up too much space. But I asked one of the workers at Disney World one time, how often do they come out with new pins? They come out with new ones every week. Sometimes it's just a handful, sometimes it's a lot. So, a lot of pins. But I have quite a few that are limited edition. I'm talking about only 1,500 made, which may sound like a lot, but when you think of all the people who go to Disney World, that's not very many. And I have, of course, got some that are pass holder exclusives. You have to show and prove your pass holder, the annual pass holder, to be able to get those pins. Anyway, I'm rambling, I'm babbling, I'm being pedantic, repetitive, all that stuff. So, until next time. Oh, I'm going to be uploading to my Facebook page some photos taken at Disney World. If you go into the arcade that's in the Magic Kingdom, you're going to say, they don't have any more pinball machines left. They've taken them all out. On my Facebook page, the banner picture at the top is a wide shot that I took of all the pinball machines they had at that time, and they were like 7 or so, all in a row. And they had them from Stern and Bally Midway and Sega and I don't remember who else. But anyway, the Sega one was beat up, but it was Frankenstein. It was cool. Really cool machine, but it was really worn out. Well, go back out to the shop, and near the front door, one of the doors, if you look, you don't see it right away. I didn't see it right away I think my wife pointed it out to me. They have 4 brand new pinball machines right there. So I did quite a bit of that, and playing pinball. My wife took a lot of pictures of me doing that and other things, and so those are going to be uploaded to my Facebook page. And did a lot of playing of Superbikes 2. I think it's actually called Fast and Furious Superbikes 2. And the thing about that game is, if you come in first, you win a free game. And my wife kind of set out a search party for me, because even though I had my cell phone, I couldn't hear it. Had it cranked all the way up too. But I kept getting free games. So I had put in like enough for, I swiped my card enough for 6 credits. But I kept winning. Then I'd have to pay, since I would come in second or third, but then I would win another one, and I'd win another one. And so my wrist, that still hurts from doing this, working the throttle. There's a secret to doing certain tricks and knocking other bikers off their bike. You have to know exactly when to do this. Went to Dave & Buster's yesterday. They have Superbikes, but the first one, not the second one. You know, my wife said, well, maybe they've just got it set that way, but you can't win free games on it. On the Disney Superbikes 2, you could win free games. Also, about Facebook. Some of you who are friends of mine on Facebook, you might have been getting a lot of requests to help me out, because I have been playing 2 games on there. Dragon City, and I'm currently playing the beta version of Monster Legends. And I really like both games. And so I have a lot of people sending me things, but then I send things to people all the time. Dragons and super eggs and food and gold and everything else that you can send. So I send out so much stuff that I've gradually had more and more people sending me things or helping me on Dragon City. I haven't had as much luck with Monster Legends, but that one is still really new. But they're both from the same developer, so to unlock certain dragons in Dragon City, you have to reach certain levels and beat certain dragons and so forth in Monster Legends. There are other games they have that are tied into them as well, especially Dragon City. They have tied into that. So one of them is Social Wars or Social Empires. I don't remember what. I tried and I didn't like that one, so I don't play it. But I do like Monster Legends, and I do like Dragon City. Okay, I think I've covered all the bases, so until next time. Oh, do you want me to show you those Disney collector pins that I have? I've got them all arranged in a bag. That's kind of hard to explain out. It's be easier to show, but they're displayed in there. And so far I have 70. And no duplicates, which is amazing considering how many mystery packs I buy. You don't know what's going to be in those until you open them. And so my wife's kind of surprised I haven't gotten any duplicates, but I haven't. Until next time, stay awesome.